guys, so today I'm going to be talking about my favorite books. This is part 2. I did the first part like back in May or sometime like that, and the third part will be at like the very end of December or like early January, just to like wrap up the year. But basically these are my favorite books that I read this year, not necessarily like came out this year, just that I read. And I chose like 4 or 5, one's a series, so, but if you missed part 1, I'll put that below. And I basically am just breaking it up just because I have an awful memory, and this way I can just break it up, and then that way in December I'm not trying to remember the books that I read in January and like fail. I get so excited about the book I'm currently reading that, you know, the book that I read months ago, sometimes I kind of forget how much I loved it. So yeah, and then maybe we'll have some favorites in common. So the first book that I chose is Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins, and if you watched part 1, you'll see that I actually added Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins to that list. I just love her books. She's becoming one of my favorite authors. I'm really excited for the third one, Isla and the Happily Ever After. I'm really excited for that one to come out. But they're just very light and just cute, and they just like put a smile on my face, and they're very quick reads. And I love them. They're so good. Next, I have The Fifth Way by Yancey, and this is the first of a trilogy, I believe, and it's like a sci-fi. I don't really read too much of this, but it was so interesting. It just like pulls you in, and it's just like makes you so paranoid, and it was just very different than what I normally read, and I really enjoy doing that, reading different things. And I get very bored if I read like books, many books in the same genre like in a row. So I definitely enjoyed this. I really already attached to a lot of the characters, and I cried during a few parts of this book, and it was just great. It's pretty lengthy, but it's amazing. I really recommend this book. Next, I have The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. And this book I enjoyed like the entire thing, but towards the end I started getting really invested in it, and I just loved the characters, and I just found myself like just tearing up, and I just bawled at the ending, and it was just so good. I love how it kind of like reminds me of like an X-Men kind of thing with like the kids with powers, and I like that they divide it into different colors like the orange and green and red, and it's just really good. I read the novella In Time by Alexandra Bracken, and that was also really good. Best novella I've ever read. And Never Fade actually just came out, and I just got this. I haven't had time to read it yet, but I've heard from everyone I've asked that it's amazing, like so good. I definitely recommend it. And the last thing is the Heroes of Olympus series by Riordan. I actually did reviews over all of these. I read them all this month in October, and basically I love the Percy Jackson series, so good, and I really wanted to read this series before House of Hades came out, and I wanted to get this when it came out, and then they're just all so amazing. The 5th one comes out next year, and I'm really looking forward to it. They're just so like adventurous and just so fast-paced, and there's so many awesome characters, and Rick Riordan creates like really funny characters that like you'll be reading one, you know, chapter and you're laughing and it's so funny, and then the next one you're like in tears because something tragic has happened, and that's just like him. That's just like his type of book. So they're really good. I definitely recommend them, and you should definitely read all 4 now, and then you can catch up kind of like I did and get the 5th one next year. Okay, so those are my favorite books at this point. Like I said, in end of December or so, you'll see part 3 to like wrap up the year. Now I have something so exciting to tell you guys. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so jealous too. So I have a Sublime page, as many of you know, and on there it's like where YouTubers create lists and things. Like I just created a list for like geeky Halloween, so you know I've got like the sonic screwdriver on there and like all this different stuff, and you can go on there and you can favorite things, you can buy things if you really want them. A lot of people ask me like where I get my Doctor Who shirt, so I put on there, you know, the specific like site and stuff where I bought them. Same with like some of my Etsy jewelry, and I put like the Etsy shop on there. So it's like really cool. Well, I am holding a Sublime Halloween giveaway, and I'm so stinking excited. So they approached me about this, and I couldn't wait to pick out what to hold for like the giveaway for you guys. And I'm so jealous of you guys. I'm so jealous of like whoever gets to win this. So I am giving away through Sublime and Think Geek Hermione's Time Turner, like the legit, like so cool in a case, like awesome time turner. This thing is like $50, guys. This is awesome. I'm so jealous of you guys. This is not some cheap little like knockoff thing that's like gonna break, and no, it's cool. So basically, you guys should go on to my Sublime page and subscribe and look at my list and check out the new Halloween list and enter that awesome giveaway because you want to win that. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you to win the time turner. It's gonna be awesome. Alright guys, well I'm gonna go. Make sure that you leave me a few of your favorite books in the comments and like some of the favorites that you've read this year. Make sure you subscribe to me on Sublime and that you enter the giveaway. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I will see you guys next time in my next video, which is, spoiler, a book haul. So I will see you then. Bye.